What's up, guys? How are you guys doing today? Hope you're having a beautiful trading week. The week is just starting. Looking at where I'm recording from, recording on a Monday, so the week is just basically starting. Hope you guys are geared up, well prepared, back tested. Also, ensure your psychological space is sharp. All of that is all good. Just go in, play the game, and let's see how the week unveils itself. So today we're going to be talking about the profits gap. So why I decided to make a video concerning this particular topic is because lately I've been affected by my own psychological mental space. So this is my journal. I have my journal with me. So I'm going to read directly from the journal what I wrote to myself on how my performance has been, what has been the lapses in my performance, what I need to improve on, how I've been lacking in some other aspects of my trading, how to improve my mentality with the market, because remember, this game we're playing here is a mental sport. So what happened lately is I've been on a losing streak on NAS 100 on the 15 minutes time frame, and my 4 hour time frame was doing pretty well, like doing very, very good. So if you've been watching my previous videos, I use the same strategy on the 15 minutes on NAS, the same strategy I use on my other forex pair. But funny enough, the 4 hour time frame has been performing very well, but the NAS 115 minutes has been on the downhill. So this affected my mentality, affected my psychology with my trading. So last 2 weeks, I found myself delaying execution. I was hesitating. I find myself trying to cut profits quickly. I find myself trying to adjust stop loss to break even before it gets to the point. Why am I doing all of this? It's because of the fear of losing. And what happened? Why am I being scared of losing? It's because I've been on a losing streak. And if I have the right mentality, I am not supposed to think about it the way I thought about it. This is why all the time failures and setbacks are all feedbacks for us to ruminate on and helps us, improve in whatever we are doing, whether trading, whether marketing, whatever you're doing. Just know that failures are feedbacks. You need to go and look deep down. What is the lesson in this particular failure? So let me read directly from my notes some of the things I did on that particular week and how for the last 2 weeks now I've been able to improve on it. So let's go. So this is notes to myself I wrote. The past months I've experienced the most amounts of losing trades with my edge, and this has affected my psyche or trading psychology. I got emotional with my trades and I got emotional with my trades and judgments, and I made all the mistakes in the book this week. So, what are the mistakes I made? Number one, I highlighted here. I jumped the gun with GBP USD when the hedge hasn't really fully developed. So on GBP USD on 4 hour time frame, what happened? I took a trade. I was forecasting or into the future, thinking because the hedge hasn't really presented itself properly. Pardon me. And this is a trading mistake because the hedge wasn't ready. If I had waited, this stems from lack of patience. So if I had waited for the edge to present itself properly, it would have been a different situation. But I was thinking, okay, this has happened. Okay, I could quickly get a good price here, and price just stuffed me out. So this was one of the mistakes I made. Secondly, I hesitated on executing US oil because one, I made a mistake and by not setting my stop loss properly, which made me take two losses instead of just one. Also, because of my human error, I got emotionally attached to the outcome of the trade. I remember trading is just a statistical game, it's a numbers game. We are not supposed to be attached to the outcome of any trade. Because if you look at your trade in terms of sample size, you're not going to be affected by some of the errors you make in terms of being scared. Like this particular one I did now, I was hesitating. A trade on US oil, I took a trade initially. I got stopped out because my stop loss wasn't properly set. Like I set my stop loss, but I didn't give it like enough space. So price wicked me out, and I was scared or I hesitated to get in on the sell again. And what did price do? Like it always does, it went straight and smashed my TP. So whose fault is that? Will I say it's the market's fault? Absolutely not. It's my fault because I hesitated I didn't have the right mental space to tackle that particular situation. Number three, what I did, I moved stop loss to BE to break even without following the plan I had set in place for the trade I took on BTC. So originally I was buying BTC on the 4 hour. I was looking for a 1 to 2. But because of look at the errors, in just 1 week I jumped the gun. I took a stop loss. That same week I took another stop loss on US oil. Now I hesitated to take the next trade that was supposed to be a TP. Now taking a trade that goes to your stop loss and missing out on a trade where you're supposed to take it because you got scared. There are two psychological battles. The latter is more painful compared to the former. Now, on that same week, I moved my stop loss to break even because normally I set a one-to-one situation. I moved my stop loss to break even on that trade. And what did price do? Price stopped me out on break even and went straight to TP. Now look at the amount of psychological battles that I have to face in just 1 week. Also, going through my losing streak on NAS 100. And this edge I use has been tested and trusted for more than 3-4 years of results. So just 2 months is not supposed to nullify 5 years of tested results. So these are the 3 mistakes I made. So now look at what I wrote to myself. I said, with all of this, I've come to a conclusion to focus on perfect and close to perfect execution of my edge as they present themselves. I accept I cannot predict price to the T every time. Heck, I'm just a 50 to 70%. I have a 50 to 60, a 50 to 70% trading edge. So how am I supposed to predict price to the T every time? Now, I've also beefed up my edge, and then I have improved a lot. Just that it hasn't really started taking effect or reflecting on my trading account. But I know that I've improved my edge as compared to what I used to do before. Also, I've come to a conclusion on some of the other stuff like booking a trade on the 4 hour time frame after 2 p.m. on Friday. These are some of the things I learned within this week. It was a tough game, but in conclusion, what I said was it's been a lot of improvement, and I know in due time it will start reflecting on my PNL. So now, when you backtest, let's say you backtest 20, 30 setups. When you backtest these setups, as you're backtesting, you don't go through the motion of emotion when you're backtesting. When it comes to trading live, you go through emotion because we are humans. We don't want to lose. Even as much as we accept the probability mindset, it still comes. Imagine losing 5, 6, 7 trades in a row, which there are traders in Wall Street that lose more than that, have just a 30% trading edge, and they make money consistently because it's not their edge, it's not the trading edge, it is the trader that makes money consistently. So these are some of the things I recently learned. So this is one of the things that I have to work on myself, and I know there are a lot of traders out there that are going through the same motion. To close this profit gap, you need to work on yourself. If you notice all of the things I mentioned, I am pointing the finger to myself, not to anyone, not to the market, not to the broker, but to myself because I made the mistakes. And all of these mistakes are tuition. I've had to pay to the market as tuition to learn those lessons. So, yeah, guys, this is how some part of my week has been. And I hope you're able to learn some stuff from what I am also learning as we continue to grow and improve in this channel. To continue to learn stuff like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends who are traders and who are trying to get into the trading game. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.